Alright, type shit. Welcome to the Disco Unit podcast. We are back. Ana mo yang c'était Frédéric Mora. Et c'était le moment de la carte. If you know, you know. So yeah, today we are going to do the money favor like no sugar like if it's a Coca-Cola like tinda. But you watch what we do for the future. Yeah, what's all that in the what
like budget find advertising book Coca-Cola we so when I feel that I didn't see so Kashigo Otubu Akala Junior Yaja for look like about to pay for me when I
This is crazy.
So but my dad didn't say like why much over to budget feel
like why like most ezo have to budget fan and everybody to about to way.
I'm aware of that. Yeah, aware. Yeah, I think dance is an African thing. You feel me? We don't have to teach ourselves to dance. We are born dancers, natural born dancers. So that's why I was likely to win that competition.
Yeah, I get winning competition like the Coca-Cola dance. I do when I feel like into the fire, you know. So like sport,
But besides that, all I venture into the fire and mostly at only looking.
Yeah.
So for what we're looking, but she will let you know and then like about your man, like just please tell them who you are.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, to Melang. Hi, I'm good dude. I'd like to call myself a creative director, chief of everything I do. I like giving birth to ideas, you know what I mean, seeing them come to life. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, man, I'm a creative director. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I do. Both photography, graphic design, videography, copywriting, all these things are just like, even music production. You know, all these things are just a combination of who I am. Yeah, I saw that I'm a photographer per se. You know what I mean? I'm not that. You know what I mean? I do those things because I can do them, but you know what I mean? So yeah.
And what do we call that?
I call myself a creative director because I just like giving. Before okay, this song is giving me, or this thing is giving me this feeling. So I think we should go reapproach it. But we feel and trainer by feel or how you'd like them to feel. You know what I mean? So translate the feelings as well. So yeah, I know. That's what I was saying.
For you to realize that kind of person that you are, like giving birth to ideas,
shit. Actually, I'm a child of 4, right? Okay, which is second last born. So me and my sister are middle children. And I get a little hot man, you know. So now my sister legal man, so I'm the third born, right? So sister hot man, they were also like creative people. But never got out. My brother liked drawing, and he also liked graffiti because he was a product rap, so he was like a rebel. My sister liked drawing models, wearing clothes, and these things. She liked magazine-esque kind of drawings. So that, obviously, when my older siblings are sitting down and drawing, then I'm going to do the same thing. So it started from that. Drawing led to graphic design. When I got a computer, I was like, okay, let me just check out what this Adobe Photoshop thing is. And I sat around the computer a whole day trying to figure out this shit, and I did figure it out eventually as time went by. It didn't take a day, but I get a graphic tempe, by the way, that time. But I could see they had one taller potential to be something better than that, right? So I kept going. Just got like it pencil happy because now it was like I was so into this graphic design world. I was no longer the guy who was drawing fine arts. I was to get into graphic design, taught myself these things while I was in high school. And then I came across, I had a friend who's like his sister was in Unashapa photography. So obviously, like, she had a camera, you know what I mean, and she'd have it laying around, and I think in a little farewell ya rona, and we asked her to borrow the camera. I'm gonna shoot, and I feel like, yo, that day I liked being the guy I shoot back. Yeah, and shoot out, yo, that's a long time ago, 2008, bro. Me check farewell. Do a day check, yeah. Nah, I was wearing. They were folk who were wearing it. I was wearing shoes. That's in the between Swear London. Swear. So there's S, and the S, Babangola star. Then it's London at the bottom. Yeah. If I remember correctly, I only know another like Otiwa that had those. Yeah, back then. Fred Packer. He's known as Fred Packer now. Yeah, we used to call him Caliber. Shout out to Kelly. But yeah, he had those. And I was wearing those. This is when body slim fit, skinny legs were starting to pop. So I went and tailored these other pants that I don't even remember the name. Fabian, but they weren't Fabian. But I got them at that store. Cause and I was wearing a waistcoat, fire waistcoat. Leona get I think. No, I didn't get it there. I got it, but it's an Italian boutique or another Mandela School. Nah. That was just for farewell. I get it's like I was just but I love clothes and fashion. Bro, I touched on GQ before niggas knew what GQ was.
Yeah.
You Hype magazine. I put most people that knew Hype magazine in the Vaal, they knew it because they were cool with niggas like me. No offense. I'm for real, bro. Like when I was in high school, not that many people had computers. Let's talk about the 2004, 5, 6. We were early to PC, so we were the ones writing niggas discs. One redownloadable music, edatperf.com, dopehood.com. We knew the sites. We really like advantage. I got the tech at home, so I could multi music. That's illegal, by the way, but ish. Collections Eminem, trying to get it in for you. Why at all? So dog. I just loved clothes, fashion and shit. You know what I mean? Back then niggas were getting, you know what I mean, like test for wearing certain things. So why at all? Which is also the case now. Like I was like asking Genie today, people look at you weird. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you know what I mean. So yeah, it was a different time. I had it all black, and I had what they call a cleavette, and I like, you know, those scarfy looking ties thing. My bad. It was a farewell thing, dog. I had to wear formal, so I can't go to Stadiana with push up high school. No, high school. My bad. Oh no, I'm not that old. Yeah, I'm old but not that old. Yeah, but not matric farewell. I didn't go to my primary farewell. Yeah, I didn't go. Yeah.
So there photographic
yeah, I was in high school. Like, but in the about photography, like like that, because what we were doing in high school was we liked hosting body party. Nalmanja, bro. We like hosting parties, crazy parties. We used to host parties like crazy, bro. Even the farewell, the after party was actually in the Lorona by organized it, but like a week before the farewell, there was a club called Deja Vu in Three Rivers. The owner of the club phoned the renovation, what. On that day, so we can't have that party there. Because these people already paid, like for tickets and whatever. Until the day of the farewell, like a certain the gaming, one of the sections the sub scheme. One of the schemes is a house party, Karaga River Bend at the time. The River Bend was like just a new thing at that time, you know what I mean? So parties were rife that side. So the after party, I was everybody who had when we got there, we asked the niggas how much will it cost to get everybody in. They say the price and we got everybody in. The miscontrollers at Taboa. So that's I became a person who studied there because of that. You get what I'm saying? So me and my niggas started something called Good Folks. we hosted events, bro, like crazy events, bro. Like, whatever you see, like, whenever you see, like, and like, there's nothing like that now. Mara, the closest to something like that was Next Level. One the event wise, because we used to bring, like, let's say what the headliners they're just about to blow up. You know, like Cass, the Cool Cat, before they became Cass and Cool Cat, we brought them to the Vaal for the first time, right? The first time they came to the Vaal, it was us who brought them. Kisa Ski Park, and that's where they met. A month later, we had Kushesh and they were gone. Right, and we also called AKA. We were the first to call AKA to the Vaal. I think I was we were 21 at the time. Yeah. And I'm still going back. Then before that, we were hosting the Crump events when Crump was still relevant. That was the first event we actually hosted formally. The house party. So I got into that space and I was practicing through my guys how to become a creative director. Because now I'm writing down copy. I'm also creating designs. I'm also coming up with concepts. You see, so I'm becoming this person, on the creative. Yeah, I gotta keep coming up with new shit. You know what I mean? And that was all of us, my niggas back then. You know what I mean? So that was what started it.
Would you say like you always knew you would be this kind of person? Like,
yeah.
You always knew.
Yeah. Not in detail, but I always knew, bro. Like, like. I always knew like I was bound to be like to own an art gallery. I've always wanted, like, if my mom was alive, my sister could tell you that because she's alive. My sister would tell you, I body art gallery, art gallery because I always wanted to be an artist. You know what I mean? Little did I know what kind of artist I was gonna be. Next Saturday, I'm gonna be this kind of person specifically, but I always knew I'm gonna live the art life. Be it, because I started writing Boma the lyrics. I used to rap. I used to do all these things until because my brother was into hip hop. So I wrote like my first lyrics because he was writing lyrics. So when my brother's writing a song, I'm obviously also writing some shit. I'm writing bars. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. You know what I mean? So I started writing at 9, bro. By the time I was in grade 8, I was already in ciphers.
It sounds like like you're since like any party show.
Since.
So
I won't lie.
I'm getting back to damage control. What do you mean by that? Like Bumzala, or when you say that you host a party and then get damage control?
No, not like that, bro. Yeah, they were. In high school, so a big part of our high school experience involved. We ithuta bomzala. Yo re ke mo re ithutang bomzala. Ke mo bomzala ba ithutang rona. Yeah. Wa ithola ke mo bomzala ba ithutang rona and le rona re ithuta bomzala at the time. So but that was like fresh out of high school when we were bringing Cass and then we were right after. So let's push about tertiary life. Some niggas were in PTA, some niggas were in Jersey, we were in Jersey. So yeah, but we were pushing.
So like it seems like you've been like you're not good to lead like in this art industry.
Yeah.
Like it's a long time.
Yeah.
You wanna good guy.
I'd say officially, like when we say okay, I'm taking this thing seriously, I'd say since 2009 I've been in the street culture shit, bro. Until 2009, because I matriculated in 2008. I was in the streets like that because I was in school and under my parents, I was under somebody's roof. So 2009, that's when we started. That's when a lot of things started. Even for me, I'd say if it wasn't for that 2009 period, Bram wouldn't be what it is. Because those are the niggas that brought back Bram. So we seeing, that era was crazy in Bram, bro. Because before that, it wasn't really like popping. And until Bram, don't get me wrong, but there was a certain energy that came with that era, because we were there, Libo Smashes, Why Cash Time is now at Zinger. We were there with those niggas. We were there, Labori days. We were there seeing, Libo Madlera, you'd see these niggas. Bokulkat, you'd see these niggas. You'd see people, like you see. I didn't even know who Kulkat was. I remember the first time I met that nigga, I didn't even know who he was. Nerea Kitchenazele, we were in the same car. We were in the same car, you get what I'm saying? But I didn't even know who that nigga was. You get what I'm saying? Se ke bona ka mzala o re vanle. Or nah, man, this nigga must be a big deal. See, both are mfethu aka Jax. Shout out to Jax. Ke botsa yena, "Ke man, I'm cool cut Tom Sebejwa." And I was on it, nigga, like that's how you know what I mean. So at that time, yeah, things were like now, mara no ke bona really like blown out, like the enhanced to a certain level because there's social media now. Back then, what we used to call social media was still Mix It to Go and your BBMs. You feel me? Those were still like popping there. Facebook was there. We were popping. We were doing Facebook, but it wasn't like now. You know what I mean? You wouldn't start a page and there were no hard reactions. It was just like, you know what I mean? It was just that, and hey man, it was hard to get word across. You had to really do some shit, like or be good at what you're doing. Because now I feel like, hey man, I feel like, you know what I mean? You can train as long as you got something new or something people haven't seen before, or something people can make a remark about. Then you can go.
Yeah, that's why like that lead to question to you, social media no way, but like useful or positive to use. You know, like to get yourself out there, couple way, when there's something negative.
What's everything in life, it's both.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. It's always how kituli social media. It's like saying whether money is a good thing or not. It's both those things, depending on how you use it. Because you're not kituli, you know what I mean. So
depends on mood too.
Yeah, it depends on what you're doing on there, bro. Now that's how I feel. If you're on there just to make people feel miserable, so I feel like comment section. Hey, Marat, am I allowed to say?
Allowed to say.
Hey, Marat, like if you're on social media to make people feel miserable, then of course like you're doing the wrong thing, bro. Like I mean, you know what I mean? I moral compass for you to know that you making somebody feel unpleasant is not the right thing to do. We can all agree on that. We don't even need like boy lawyer or dissect or it's all about. At the same time, social media is a place where na ke khona ba Lesotho or le New York no I can be in New York right now. That's the power of social media, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because me being what's a lot of people I talk to my homie, he makes music, right? So I used to tell him when we were shooting these live sessions, Zama perform peanuts are high with a mic stand, and I was telling him, this is more what we're doing right now is more important than you hitting the club every weekend. Because you hitting the club every weekend, yes, you're paying your bills, right? With immediate effect, but it's another thing where they're drunk, right? So they're not really paying attention. They to have a lit time, you know what I mean? So how sharp content do we record away package with about? That's for life, and their reach is crazy because no house are performing about 50 at an establishment, or about 20, or about 80, or about 100. Now you're performing for whoever is gonna see that link, and that person can be in Saudi Arabia, that person can be in freaking Iceland. It does if you know how to do the right things. Social media can pay you.
So how do we do that? Like new social media?
I think now they're making it simple because Bob wants how to monetize your account. What kind of content you should post if you want to monetize your account. So if you go on social media and let's say we're not push stuff or push content and you're trying to sell something or you're trying to move something, then you definitely have to get like a professional dashboard or a professional account. It can't just be a personal account. I mean, no, it's change. Okay, this is something that in 5 years' time, whether through ads or one tool. But the more you post content, the more likely you are to get interaction, right? So interaction leads to what? People saying, okay, now as a brand, let's say OT Scoop, I don't want to say their name though, because that's free promo. But let's say about Banana, I want them as a sponsor. You're right, you know what I'm saying. So attractor ka tsone let's say na ke pusha content le renke e pusha bo refreshment they are a perfect fit for me. Okay, yeah, baba batho ba nka spana le bona wa ithola le sentse leader ho ntse jwang e o bulela mamati wa ithola le leng. So kind of what was the original question, because I get digressed. Oh yeah. So the money or the monetization part comes when these brands wanna say, okay, re ke add advertisement jaka video nya daima. You get what I'm saying? Let's say that video or reel aka shapile ena le pina ya motho da or na ke sinkile pina ya motho da. That's another opportunity for, let's say, an artist to make money. That's who are the people that are gonna be making money with my content. Right, so hey, that's why. Even on social media, even Facebook itself, it tells you how you can make. I care about bar dancer. How we started off the interview. There are people who dance on TikTok, and sometimes dancing you get like things like gifts. On the gift, but about sending the hug, but about sending the token, that you can monetize or cannot exchange for you at a later stage. I said a certain amount. So there's so many ways to monetize on social media. YouTube.
But I think it takes time.
It does. It does, because here's another thing. Who build a following is not easy, right? To build like it's not easy. It's not easy. Until that, so I know it. Marina, I feel like because I know how I'm gonna build my following in time, and because I'm never in a rush to do anything, bro. You know what I mean? Because I know my life sounds like a party. So I don't look at life maybe the same way another person who's my age or who's my peer looks at it. Like in so many things, like, and I figured that out. It took me going through a whole lot of shit, including depression, to figure that out. So instead of feeling like I didn't belong, I started embracing that. Oh shit, I can understand and that's so cool.
Like, who are like depression exists, and then like I didn't regret it, like, but what would you say to people who are like saying that, and then like you went through like depression?
Okay, I can say like 10%. It is somewhat our undoing. When I tell like, oh, it's our detriment. The situation in life in most cases. So in all our situations. We're not in control in a lot of things. And one of those things is our brain, a very complex organ, bro. Like it's hard to figure out what's happening in there. And once that person or that organ usually you are not good enough, or it's releasing. Your brain is literally releasing chemicals. So you get what I'm saying? So it's a chemical imbalance in your head, in your brain. That's why you always feeling sad. That's why you always feeling like you just wanna die. It's because your brain is now releasing, it's no longer releasing dopamine or whatever it is that should be making you happy. It's now releasing something else. That's why in depression it causes like substance, and then it causes like a situation. But your brain is now sick. Moto wakula, moto addicted to, or moto ashatwa cancer. A depressed person, depressed, moto ashatwa cancer, same thing. Kisi. For real, it's the same shit. Either way, in Kaobola, if you lose the fight.
Cancer will shit.
Delete too. Depression and cancer, delete too. When you lose the fight, you're gonna die. Wait, taller. So a lot of people think it's like a choice maybe, or somebody you can just choose to be happy, or I don't think it's that. You have to work at it, and happy or about honest and real with ourselves. Who is constantly happy 24/7? High healthy for you, man. So balance. It's not a matter of life is always a party. Nah, it's not always a party. It's real, mare. I'm on another life is lit.
What would you say like caused like dating you, like
it was the fact that I didn't understand myself. Yeah, I was doing so many things that were so most of them and I didn't understand myself fully as a person. I still don't, but now I feel like I get a bulk of myself. Okay, you fucks with this type of shit, It doesn't mean you're this type of person, but you fucks with this type of shit, and you don't fucks with this type of shit. So I understand I had to work at understanding myself better as a person, right? But it's an ongoing battle. I don't want to say win against depression because it's there lurking somewhere. But no, I'm tons better than I was. Let's say 2015 after my mother passed. Some of the things happen to you, and it's not a single event that's gonna trigger this thing. Combination of things. You see, so the first event that really changed everything was my mom's passing. You know what I mean? So, because my dad passed away before my mom's, right? My mom's passing only made me grieve for my dad and her now. Because because we had a relationship, but it wasn't fire like that. Another time. And I respected him and all that, but we weren't tight. And when mom's passed away, that's when I realized, I had so much anger towards him that I couldn't, you know what I mean? And then either way, whatever. So when my mom passed, so many things changed. Until I became more of a, like everybody, like even at home, they couldn't understand or know how to get through to me. Because they quit everything. And I moved around a lot, and I told her move. I didn't wanna. Since I push a dolo, I never really. When I turned 18 and started really was because I had to go to school, right, tertiary and all that. So coming back from that, I because I came back. I dropped out of UJ. Dropped out when I came back home because my mom was ill, right, and I felt like we couldn't really afford all that shit that I'm doing that side. And also, it was some shit in the next about 3 years. I was doing a BA in humanities. Yeah, so the only reason I took that course is because we're not, let's say, in journalism. I wanted to do journalism, right? Just to teach myself how to write and think better and approach things. Learn how to ask the right questions and so forth. So I was like, so I asked the dean at the time over. So what other subjects think I didn't but the majors are journalism. So she told me, English is a good way to go. English 1A, communication, sociology, communication, philosophy, politics. I'm like, okay, let's go. That for me it was an easy course. The only thing that wasn't easy was waking up, going to tutorials and all these things. But it was gay. Come on, you see, it's like so many things. Come on, mom's sick. Come on, you get what I'm saying. So it was a tough thing going to school. So basically, and I dropped out. Only told the fam in December because they could this one. Something's fishy into this guy's life now. Free at any time. Now they called on and I told them, man, this is what happened. Hey, Babele, obviously, and Tola. Babele. Things changed, obviously, and I had to go live with my sister, Kwakwa. From Joburg to Kwakwa. Extreme change. Well, got there, but that place taught me a lot. Wait,
when I was get up from?
No. I was usually I stayed in Bram at the time. Yeah, I stayed in Bram. So like home at the time in a small farm, because I said really shava. So when I'd say I'd go home from Joburg in a small farm, then after they found out the whole dropping out thing. That's when they said, man, your sister
I'm guessing that's when you started like to understand, process you understand the life.
Yeah, because being in Kwakwa excited any art. Nix. I wasn't rapping, I wasn't drawing, I wasn't painting, I wasn't designing, I wasn't even telling people, giving people ideas. I wasn't even thinking like that. Just being I was trying to figure out what was happening in my life because check this, I was 21 at the time. You see, so I was trying to figure whatever pressure we can in your early 20s. At that time we have dog. This is 2010, right? This is 2009. So 2010, this is the World Cup, right? That 2010 year, right? Me, my niggas, we already started good folks. You see, we already started that. It's 2009. It's not now where you can tell your mom, hey, Magriza can have a podcast. Magriza about this Back then, dog, you tell your mother you wanna push body event, table music, you want to job. It's like, I'm gonna wake up on sorry. So it was me fighting that, like trying to show them, oh, this is what we do it. And them not being supportive and all these things that were like, I'm a regular tola, one tall. I think I stayed there for like almost 2 years, 1 year, 6 months. Ziggy pushed it over my FET course, marketing. It was just to keep my mind busy. It wasn't really like something and then challenge or anything. You feel me? Like, yeah, I was killing it. I just felt like it didn't try to keep her busy. Yeah, we expose a little equal. So I was pushing school, killed it. And then obviously my jitanza spring span, it's a spring span and like a whole. So every chance I get I try to come to the Vaal, you know what I mean? And it was hard. And obviously we slowly drifting away, but we were still pushing events, like for real. Then I came back to the hood. I think it was 2011, came back to the hood. That's when we were really starting to span again. I went, okay, we're pushing skate park events. We were pushing skate park events until at that time. Then next year, the following year, moved to Joburg to my friend's crib, Vaal in the south side. We were still trying to push P. I'm push good folks. Yo man, we were doing a lot of things with that. Trying to push trying to push events, trying to push music. So many things. Right? We were doing so many things, Mare. Things were slowly coming together because Speedster was helping us with events. We were hosting the event at Speedster at the time because he was fucking with what we were doing. Right? So he was seeing, something. Hey, things were moving slowly, bro. You feel me? And also life was happening, whatever. Because here's the thing, when you're in a certain space, let's say all talkers who can have multiracial schools and all that, they come from like very healthy backgrounds, you feel me? And when not talkers, so you know like on gaming ka tsona tso sa ditsebeng one to le nna ona tse ba putang on gaming ka tsona tsa strategy tsa kasi, you feel me? So yeah man, me and my friends we gelled because of that combination. You know what I mean?
I think like that in it brings me to a question of how like it seems like maybe fast slow like when I like success, how do you measure like success?
Little did I know that I was successful as fuck. You know what I mean? Because if I was that's what I'm trying to say. Because like I wasn't just ungrateful. So I was ungrateful of some of the shit that I already had for going for me. Like the people that I've met at that time already, and the people that I grew up with already at that time, like because I'm in our era, like it was crazy because we all in school at the same time. Sammy, Caliber, all these people that we seen do awesome things today. We were like, you know what I mean? Like, so we knew of one another, but we didn't really like have what we have today, right? So, aish, yeah, man. We see. No, I can define a success. No, I'd say like just having a lit life. A life that I can enjoy and be proud of is that. Because I'd say if you were to ask me, Emma, do you feel like you're successful?
Yeah, that's what
I'd say yes. Yeah, by my standards, I am. Because I get to what say I can go on YouTube, right, and just look at how my work, not even me, my work, I can see it doing like the most.
So what is your YouTube channel?
I don't even have one. Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's something I recently started, Church TV. Don't know if you saw anything about that.
Church TV. What is it about?
So Church TV is basically like, I think you've seen some of the shit I post on my stories, right?
So I see first time.
Like let's say the content I post on my stories. Let's say Dookie or Fab or whoever's performing, make it I'm gonna keep a shooter and all these things, but it's not really I decided to put all these things that I put on my stories into like a 10-minute clip. Then I called it Church TV.
Why Church TV? Yeah.
It had a ring to it. I just liked how it sounded. I could have. Obviously, my Muslim Hana church, another mosque, right? So I couldn't call it mosque TV. It didn't sound good. It didn't roll off like. It just, and a church was like a slang, like a church, like Americans say that it gets slang sabon, like about a church, ba agree whatever you say, like it's church, you're preaching. So that's where it comes from, Truth TV basically. So and I don't know if I showed you like I'll show you once we're done with the pod. How because I'm away we grade or edit in a certain way, how we to feel. You probably never seen one. Mara o to feel like I TV as porno. TV ani khale wa thola like any share and all that. You probably 2000.
Like you feel that in your like cause velo chula like in your art like
yeah.
You love like giving people a feeling.
Yeah.
Like you tola vibes you know like
yeah.
When you talk about that in your TV. Like,
yeah.
It sounds like if I can catch like tola like feeling in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Because later, I'm just showing you body highlights. It's where's Vaal for moto. Like I was just showing like, but I'm giving people like, GoPro or partly like a body cam. Yeah. Maybe for like a day or 10 minute thing. You know what I mean? Or a week. You know, let's say like LA is featured on the 25K album, right? So when 25K had the listening station at Drama in PTA. They're like, man, since LA to Vaal and he's going there, we should be there. You know what I mean? We tried to get access, and one of my homies got access. And I was like, hey, man, I'll shoot the content. That's campaign. So I want to put that on Church TV. Because that's the shit I fucks with. Like, we go street culture, hip hop, Vaal. And like a Vaal street culture. That's my shit. So people be asking me, when are you gonna put that on the tube and all that? And I became now here's my thing, right? Besides both self-doubt and all that. Social media, YouTube, it's already people already know about it. Like you already know about Church TV, you know. I was like, I can't tell a logo, now they say you subscribe. Nah,
but then I don't think they
plus do subscribe to this shit because I fucks with these niggas. Mare do. Mare now what I'm saying is like because of what I'm like busy can't say no, so I don't wanna half step it. Okay, but I wanna properly like give it a story, like even the story certain like because even when we started the first episode I didn't even have a logo. I could have done it myself, but next time logo in right? So I asked some people, some niggas, so I logo at Church TV, and one of my homies Westside did one for me, and I fucked with that one. And I was like, I can so people are seeing these things happen in real time. Logo, and people are a part of this thing. So I want Church TV to be more of a community than a channel. Right, so there's like I want to talk about YouTube. In fact, I'd rather get merch before YouTube. So hopefully I get merch at Church TV before I get like YouTube channel.
So open to every like maybe like graphic design and then shop like merch or shopping a couple since you know about shopping.
Nah, I don't. Church TV is like baby dog. So it's like anything, experimentation. So I'm not even sure what it is. Why did I name it that? Bro, why I told her that it's just like in a little bit of it was just that. It wasn't even that deep. I just felt like Church TV kyo. No, I told it sounds like it's a nice thing to say.
So you so like
yeah.
And then like you get like Virginia TV. Like, but what in their real time, like, how about Copan? You what to buy?
And then what's about because Montomo different as well. One thing I know about most artists, the fact that in most cases, our papa music in Wabo. Yeah, they're very chill people in real time. Most of them, if they're not on the substance about papisa, but in most cases, bro, yo, artists are like actually quite timid and shy people. Mare, ba na le di moments tsa bona. Ho na le mo ba leng like confident, you know, about their shit. So, or you can always see it. Or how about step into a realm where they know, yo, this is where I thrive. This is where I excel. Like you want to. So yeah, man, artists are like that in most cases. And man, I haven't met like, bro.
Who would you like to meet? Because like when also Buku got them
Yeah. I feel like somebody that I'd like from South Africa.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
In the world, anyway.
Shoo.
As long as they like celebrates and shit.
You know, like before give about this growth. If you ask me this question like the Boma 7 years ago, I would have probably said Kanye West.
Yo.
But because I don't want to hate him, and I feel like Hangam Kopa and like on a personal level, I'm not gonna like his character and not him, Moaibala. So let me think about this shit, because it's like if I had to meet one person right now, who the fuck would it be?
And spend 24 hours.
Yeah.
Or maybe it could be someone that you would like to work with.
Nigo, Bathing Ape founder, definitely Nigo.
That Chinese dude.
Yeah, he's Japanese.
Oh, Japanese.
Yeah,
dude,
I definitely meet Nigo. Yeah, he's a jeweler. He's not a jeweler. He's like an artist. He's like a visionary. One like it's like, yo, somebody that I feel like, yo, shit, bro. If I was not myself, and if life was like what it ain't, maybe we can too. So, you know what I mean? I feel like, yeah, that nigga, bro. I definitely like to meet Nigo, and I feel like because Hase superstar, I already know what kind of person he is because Hana character yabu superstar. It's about Nigo, like, yeah. So I feel like that's why I'd like to meet somebody like that. That also like he's a very humble individual, like onale, and he's got like crazy ass views and ideas about life. You know what I mean? So I definitely like to meet a nigga like that.
But street culture, because like, Vaal by confused almost every time. Maybe that's how I feel. Like, so like, if ever like you just someone come by,
Yeah.
obviously like, oh, you know what, like getting your daddy or so like, how would you like describe like Vaal street culture, like Vaal like culture?
Street culture of Vaal.
Street culture of Vaal, ne? Andale, let's kopa nandle ke batla address le ntho ya study ana pe. Let me just, because like it's a two-part question now. Kopa tsasala man. So I feel study an
like culture of Vaal,
it's us. I like camphor. Shout out to Lobo. So, what was the first part? The first part of the question? Oh yeah. So, without like stepping on anybody's toes, without trying to sound like anything. I feel like people that but by trusting anything are now trying to tell us what it is. But you guys want to define it for us, you feel me? And I feel like that's the worst thing you can do to culture, bruv. You feel me? Try to make it what you want it to be.
And then I'll say
it's wrong. Yeah, we're not saying you can do it how you want it to be because you contribute to the bigger picture. Yes, Stadiana or Vaal, you know, the flag. But you don't have the right to tell people, oh, that's not Stadia. You feel me? Because Stadiana can be anything, can be a language, ki lingo, ki lifestyle, ki the type of clothes you wear to someone. Also, what Stadiana could mean to different people.
Yeah, to different people.
Like, the way you survive or the way you make money.
Yeah.
You know, when you go to the oldest definition, probably is the way the lifestyle you pay like ya survival. Like the mafian bosses or the mobs, that little Sicily and Italy. What you never got pelas mafia. You know what I mean? That's where all that shit came from. But and now we have so many. It's growing. It's an identity now. Where it's no longer just. It can even be a genre of music. Where because Tadiana itself is not like something you can get anywhere else. You can only get it in the Vaal. Even though you can hear other people trying to. I get to showing love or homage or whatever, homage or. Some people do shout it out on their verses all day. Right? So. So Stadiana can tell you how to Vaal. I feel like it's one of those things that you're born with too. How to Vaal. Because you're gonna be raised in this environment. You know what I mean, bro. So it's not for me. It's not necessarily saying, but now Sfaz or you know what I mean. It doesn't work that way, bro.
Okay, so you're like street culture.
Yeah.
Street fashion culture.
Yeah, Vaal.
You're not keep away. Because what's even a mask is
yeah. Like I feel like Vaal doesn't have. We don't have. We are not one-dimensional. I think people forget that. Those people, you know what I mean? Versace. They don't want to hear none of that. Until Hermes. Until about the ethnic, the card, Vans, simple nigga, Nike SBs. Until hey, hard I can say, but Muto, Otavale, and Opamisa Flag. Last I tried, my wife Pamisa Sala, wife Pamisa. Oh, how to either out of the Vaal represent now out there. You know what I mean? So, with Vaal street culture, we have to understand Vaal is so dynamic, bro. Vaal is like it's a metropolitan, right? Even though the majority of the people here to Southern Soto, that is, it is still a very dynamic place where we can't have just one type of profile or character representing the Vaal. We can't just say Vaal street culture is this. Because what we're doing in Sharpeville and what y'all are doing in Movango and what we're doing and what they're doing in Zbuke, and different. You get what I'm saying? So we can't say easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Maria was saying, I say it's not just one thing. What's on level? How about LA? Niggas are gonna expect you to make a certain sound of music. That LA Compton sound, like you have to have a certain sound, mustard. But yeah? Okay, let me just land this plane first. Lebo, if you hear Roddy Rich, LA. You'd rather about somewhere southern ETL because of the type of music I hear. I was Peanuts on Kendrick or Schoolboy Q or Dom Kennedy or whoever else is from the West, or Baby Kim or whoever. So level is the same thing. Artists on Shavasi, Didi to Shavasi, but they're not even making the same thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, that's what it's at, dog. Vaal street culture is not just about rap. I need people to also understand about that. Street culture is like something a part of hip hop as a culture, but street culture doesn't necessarily mean rap shit. I say street culture is street culture. But it does.
Yeah, but in terms of like in terms of like post narrable like body event like people mang bauna nang like like how kaya like
okay, I'm musically Tebila and Vaal, you know. Without mentioning the obvious nigga, cause Abela.
Okay, like go for
Big homie.
top 5 or top 3 or something.
Shit, that's tricky though. But go for top 5, yeah, or top 10 rather, yeah. The people that I feel like they're the hottest now. It's in the best or the hottest, like. And this is 5.
Yeah,
This is in no order, ne? I'm not giving this an order though. I'm just saying it.
Okay, just saying. Okay.
Just definitely has to be there. And we got this year, right?
Yeah.
The hottest rappers this year. Just definitely without a doubt. No doubt. I don't know. I don't know. Ke re fela o te. Ke mwile pele o te. LA Farai, yo. Fabulous, yo.
But you,
Fabulous, yo. Fabulous is in there. Dookie is in there.
three,
Ke bile ka ntho. Ke tse Sam, ke tse LA Farai, ke tse Fabulous, ke tse Dookie. So I'm on 4.
shit.
Let me think about who else is firing now. That's Vaal. Caleb March. Mare. That's why next about 5 because it's like there's too many hot niggas right now. Legendary is hot. SPK is hot. I didn't mention SP dog. One chola and I'd actually put Bo.
They must say-
Mar, I'd put SP and Sam like on the same tier in terms of heat this year. Go muche so singabo talent or music or hits or whatever. Just in terms of hype, keeping the streets busy, feeding the fans and all that. Hottest rappers, right? Fab SP's in there.
they must say the
This year,
yeah. I've
what
been
do you do this year?
I don't know. I've been following the.
Nah, I know Gatseba with Alamara. Now I wouldn't be unfair. What are this year? This year now.
Okay, this year, okay.
Yeah, there's so many, and then I feel like also another person that I should add on the list. Definitely, Gennaro. I'll tell you why. A lot of people feel like Gennaro had drop Spanish, right? But here's the thing, bro. That guy, release like a feature verse or one verse. He's got something similar to Samuel in terms of being able to relate to people. Because you know, I'm going to release a verse A1 in fact, Slim on Sinner, and it still be relevant. Still be the talk of town, talk of the town. I'd also put him in there as an honorable mention on top. I'm not going to say he's number 1, hottest nigga this year. Hence I say top 5 is unfair for me. Father Tig. Why bar? Why bar?
For a failing to look like, see like, actually like just say me and obviously like we're like I'm comfortable from where he is now and how he is. Mara for but we don't game maybe for Vaal one two. We feel like emona like why like bona like saboni same go kai like asali like bunto na tiwa bona no data both Usmama and Goma.
Yeah.
Mara like what would you think like
Perfect way to answer that is
yeah.
Gitlokuta Fabulous. Can't that there.
Oh.
Yeah. Mara like here's the thing I can't touch on. Yeah. Mara no I can't touch on this too much. Mara to answer this one it's been too long is it hasn't been too long. This nigga was just too early, bro. Wait, it hasn't been too long. A bit too early. Look at MySpace. MySpace guy. It's not nobody knows MySpace, right? Because it came in too early. MySpace in only YouTube before YouTube, bro. You understand? Came too early when the internet was slow. Nobody could really watch videos like that. So YouTube came at the right time when internet speed was late and everything. And so Semito, bro, the best thing about him is that he ages like fine wine. You know what I mean? So, and a lot of artists are confused about bo rap and trying to coin it as a young man's sport and all that thing. Because banana already introduced a lot of speed. Why told that in you? This nigga, bro, more young. I can't say much. Yeah, because I don't think we'll be having this conversation next year, to be honest.
Because I'm asking it, oh, like,
and and I feel like for just to answer the people, you got timing though. We can't hash. We tried. You feel me? And Nah, believe it or not, I only started working with Sam in 2020. Working with him. So our working relationship is only 4 years in, and we had a 5-year plan. You feel me?
Sure.
So we are on year 4 now of 5 years.
How is it been?
How do you feel right now? How do you feel? What do you think is happening right now, bro? Come on, we see our boy back to the city.
Yo,
We saw our boy on Morning Live.
yo, how was it there?
Yo, fire. We see our boy on Switch. We see our boy doing like my crazy numbers in a day. Like, I'm telling you, is on a different. And remember, this is all happening independently. You know, so we own everything. He owns everything. It's fire. Everybody who's in the gang, T-Boot who's involved, everybody owns their own thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's so like family like, but to expect like get that because until it's so like it's a shit owner.
Yeah, 100% ownership.
Yes.
And I understand this, bro. Especially something. There's a reason why Kipam says I'm that shit. It's because he owns everything he does, right? And how can in terms of what hype? But then I could be making the same money per show. Yeah. Per show, he's handling business the way he knows how. And I'm not saying about independent or is the way and it's easy and all that because it depends on what kind of artist you are and what you as an artist are trying to accomplish. Because if you got Casper level, when I blew up, it's different. Yeah, I don't know about Mick Jenkins, about Kendrick. Right,
You have to like be acknowledgeable with the agency.
yeah.
Whenever you fail, I feel.
Yeah.
Also, it's like the business side of the music.
Sure.
And I think like that's one of the reasons like the party support. Maka if when like okay imagine like Vaal and like don't prep about influence.
Sure.
Would you say like there is what?
Sure. And when I get next year, we won't be having the same conversations we having this year.
Sure. Do you think like people are sleeping on that?
They were. It's up now.
Like for sure, so
Man, now that's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
What did
I
they
played you
say?
some songs, bro.
What did they see over like? what did they see over like when you were sleeping on fire? What happened?
Or for like just repeat.
Baby, I were over like they were sleeping on fire. What did they say they were sleeping on fire?
Nagena na uchungwa take into answer. How sana the gatekeeper because of the internet. So before you had to go through people to get things right. So but get it so but credit ya bahlanisa. You know what I mean? Some people just do it for the people to know them like I ain't saying Twenya Papa and the DJ fresh soiree mona why told that. So niggas are addicted to that. You know what I mean? So
would you say like
so now ntho etsala no go motho o khona ho etsa o khona posta ntho ha TikTok o sa tag gatekeeper o sa mo kopa le ranta be re bona Namibia. You get on the internet is the only reason why the Vaal now people are waking up. Khalo re pua Vaal so right so khale so khalo re pua ka sia rona but it had to happen this way, right? I mean, I actually pointing alone.
So like we day ka street culture savale dia sababu kabu dari ni abon to study and stuff. Asir bua like quality of music like wa Vaal so una nanka quality then music wa Vaal.
Okay, for the most part, which is Akasia, the Vaal. Well, on about banana quality it's like better than the industry or industry level or better. Yeah, on about Bajualo, but then there's also like whatever that portion about Belorinkin, they don't really consider quality post recording. Let's say enter from recording session now to when they're gonna mix the track to when they're gonna master the track. Every step is equally important. Enter from Hongwalapi now. Right, so quality affect her through those steps. It affect you other. If one of those steps slack, the whole product could be fucked. Because Pina ki mixi, Pina ki masteri, Pina ki how the vocals sound. You know, so if it doesn't sound good enough, people don't really pay you that much attention. Loud about it. You know what I'm saying. So it's something we really underlook, so to speak.
So do you think that in your reason like another motive ranking like kasi mama say para kali games
Yeah.
then abahoni right
Yeah.
put it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I could tell you like number one reason number one reason I stopped is because I sound like trash. And I didn't know what the problem was because Nikki say like I didn't know some of the things I know today. Next I understand the process of music. So I'd always like I try, but the quality, bro, get an on or off for being. It's on a movie. If you're gonna watch a movie that's like pirated, versus something that's really like 4K, whatever, everything, couple cinema, it's kind of experience or situation. Then what do you enjoy because it's like quality. But hey, chances of you fucking with it are very slight. Right, so it's very important. You're right. That's the reason why a lot of niggas become underlooked, overlooked rather. Overlooked.
That's what I get like if you like listen to Vaal, you can hear like I'm gonna hear so like that's why in Kilimbona Kotere, that's what they hear.
Yeah.
Like they're in Kilina Kotere because like Tuna Bata like in a proper election. So like I disappointed.
Yeah, actually like that example just Sam Le Floki. The producers that really do consider the quality of the song. Mara Moti right now I hear that Peanuts Abana sharp one shot. Mare Sam and Floki stick out for me because on a consistent basis like Peanuts Abana Dial. I saw how can a Pina feel to camera. So with just saying that's the case. Listen and still feel like you're listening to the same people. These people are recording to in similar studios or quality you know, quality. So how it sounds, the how is always important. No matter what you're doing, you know what I mean.
Questioning if you ever go like and then career-wise, if I may say, a photographer, do you think like there's money in photography?
Bro, now I feel like there's money in everything that you want to do. As long as you want to do it.
Sure.
Or you love doing it. Actually, I feel, regular phrase. I feel like you can do anything you love. If you love doing it, then it can make you money. You know what I mean? It can make you money if you love doing it.
Some of the tips still don't for like photographer on how to make money.
Bro, okay, well I can give them that tip because let me put it this way. Let me just break it down. Let me just break it down. Why okay, kind of what? Repeat the question.
Tips like on how to like
make money. So the business side of things. Emana, here's the thing, right? I'm not like a businessman. I think that like maybe 2% have that in my character. I've got like my business sense, each person, maybe. Just a small part of me has that. Mare, I can't now say, yo, do this and you make money because that's the wrong idea. How to get anything you love doing, so it's not what good dude or 20 or any or what they're doing is very different. But we do learn from one another. But we do learn from one another. But so nigga, Otherwise, you won't be spending time collecting cans for real. Because you need to be great at collecting cans. I mean, not say, oh, the plug at the event. You passionate about this shit.
Yeah. But passionate.
Stadium, you get what I'm saying? It's a very dumb example, man. I think there are people who are crazy about recycling shit and reusing sometimes and all these things. So now that we're looking at it, they're very conscious of the planet we live on and taking care of it. I can now say, hey man, now this, the work for me is gonna work for you, because one size fits all. You have your own way of, you know what I'm saying. But the best advice I can give anybody, not just photographers, don't give up. Don't give up.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the persistence is the longer you do it, the better chances of you being great at it, and the better chances of you getting paid for doing it. Because now people are aware of you have a skill that people don't. Or because like, how many people do you know who are photographers?
Plenty.
They're all doing things. Even though they are different.
You know, shoot man.
The approach is different. So I feel like that's the same thing in any other discipline. There's a fighting style that is unique. Yeah, Mayweather had Tony Ali, for example. Even though he did learn some things from him. But so I feel like it's just one of those things. You can't be saying you go into something because you go in to make money. I feel like we'll fall out of that shit very quickly. Same type beat about what Lambo Misebi or type beat about what drop out of schools and start changing. It's because I realize I get frustrated. Let me do some other things, or let me try another subject or another course or another career. But
which one do you think like this one like in it you wanna like get that like hello, if you ever like keep something and then you don't like
writing
songs,
anything, writing storylines, writing ideas, writing copy. I can write copy for days. Like what I'd like to break down in a conversation on social media with myself. Like when let's say people didn't know where DKs come from, I can write an insert. I like writing body. I like writing. The longest I tell on Facebook, you'd see I'm so into putting words in a certain way. Like I take words in high consideration. So I'd definitely be a writer if I wasn't or a ghostwriter, or a book, or a newspaper, but I'll definitely be writing. Or a bars, but I'm writing. I write almost every day.
Good poems,
I do. I not really. Because like whatever from what I've noticed from women, pretty privilege or you get what I'm saying? I just do that. If I see you looking at me too long, then I know you're attracted. So I don't need to be extra kamale. I mean, if I like your point, quick, straight to the point. Yeah, my guy, man. All right, I love writing. I love writing.
Like Valley, live in Valley, actually, like, we love Valley, so do you feel like Valley, you affect like craft their mood?
Yeah, like environment, like,
yeah, it does. It does. And I can't say whether you affect that negatively or positively, because let's say you're creative and you're making art, and Samuel's a musical out because of his environment. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like environment is part of the package yeah, artist. So when you live in Rosebank, you have to somehow find inspiration in living there and finding stories or whatever to talk about, because environment it affects us bad, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I think it depends on like two ways. Let's say you are a ballroom dancer.
Yeah.
Chilakas. But you can see what those sheba like.
Yeah, they don't understand what you're doing.
Some type of way. But you like really credentials or whatever. But then if you like house banking,
yeah, people are more into that.
So I think give like what you do. Actually.
Yeah, it also depends on that. Right, so they just what you are exposed to as a person. The accessibility on Leo now and Tara because we can't access the same rooms. You know what I mean? When I'm looking sharp, Okasi he angabanal access after only because he was afforded that opportunity because maybe mtona kene high school, private school. A minister of something. That's your best friend. So these people, you know, but high school, chances are they'll be your friends for life. So you have that guy in your circle of friends because of what your parents exposed you to via paying for more school fees. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like these days even it's like for you to make it, like tell me you're gonna friend inside of something you don't care.
More than that, yeah, more than that, you can't. I guess setting you on your school where you can make the acquaintance, where you can build your network, create friendships or build acquaintances and whatever. But hey man, I'm on it's happening.
And then like normalize it everything so letting you is like letting you okay. But what I'm coming like I was also like was panaga for anything because they know I just have to like new hook up to I'll grow up.
Damn, but I feel like the funniest thing about life is that the more things change, the more they stay the same. Another corny one, but it's true. Because life ends improver. The improvement doesn't matter much. It's like how people say AI is gonna take jobs and this and that. The more jobs it takes, the more jobs it creates. That's how life works. Technology is financial. Technology I know it create I know about thing it create for because it like other jobs are gonna be obsolete, right?
Sure.
But there has to be new jobs that wait hold on. Create sponsor stage. The drone pilot, for example. 20 years ago, was there a demand for but driver the drone? No, we didn't even know what that shit was. No, a lot of people don't know what a drone is, me included, right? So, I know we need or the create and more shit just creates itself. Like you don't need to be like pressed about what the future really holds or is it gonna be easy or tough, because I feel like instead of tough because you all will be fighting challenges. Same way we are fighting challenges and our parents were fighting their challenges. When so mama ngangahla ka jeno wa khale fela go time school je time na he's capping, right? Because we know it wasn't mare at that specific time. He did feel right that way. Whatever. You get what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. Obvious, just an example. But it's that thing, bro. It depends on how you look at shit. Perspective.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like it feels like like crafty or so. There's someone looking like respect, let's just say like and like but you are flying to through.
Oh yeah.
Just say like move you up like leave you on a shapaga play. No like pursue that through. You want to it take away like crafty into ranking obuni ka I imagine obuni like bapalama flighting and then want to they just say when video craft like crafty or palama reading you shoot reading you way not by yourself. Reading you bulaya reading you some kwa flat to like you shop reading you.
Ma into control like mood.
Which one like the I got like AI right?
Yeah.
Maybe like AI ga like to do editor snip.
Yeah.
Editor so fast.
Yeah.
So the process is like
when
now edit that struggle you
Yeah, when you
drops you there.
a mood you trying to create. You don't allow AI to control the narrative for you, kind of thing.
Which one boomer like batho ranking ba o tseba o bo like ba follow on Spanish is Chapang like ba lo ranking about to be like not personally as such
But
they
don't know
like
the good dude as what he does.
What he does ke mthwa jwang yabo so nka ba jutsa like o reng ka wena like mthwa jwang
Just follow me, man. But nah, man. I'm just trying to tell my hood story. Why you told that I'm trying to preserve my hood's culture. My hood being the Vaal. So, okay, but I preserve a culture of Vaal, and the only way to do that is to document it as raw as it gets. I told. So I'm trying to. A lot of people have asked me why are body into these establishments to try shoot those people there, nightlife or that, and I tell them, now that's not really my shit because I get just a story through that, you know what I mean? Get what's in media or sharp, which is hip hop, which is sport. Why I thought, I can feel like the easiest way is by teaching them how to speak like us. I told her so. Yeah, man, that's basically me in a nutshell. I want to try and preserve our culture. Yeah, I see how
And I respect that because it's not like we see like how like black people are being like represented.
Yeah.
Like most of the show like you represent our in a way.
You actually say like
Yeah. So I respect like I was like Kaptawa. So like I respect that. But question is like and again I know like like how is it that how does it feel like to spend like 24 hours in just sitting?
Tiring. Aye, man, it's actually an honor. I'm surrounded by geniuses, so just being around those people is inspiring. So every day meeting people who are fighting to take out or expression I accept well fighting as this nigga is really doing it. Markana ko express artistically the best way he knows how. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel honored every day who was surrounded by such people. It's a humbling experience. So I told like a certain way, he teaches you stuff, you teach them stuff, and it's a very humbling experience.
This corny saying, I get people always say it's not about the distance, it's about the
it's not about destination.
This corny quote says it's not about the journey or the distance, it's about the company you keep.
Facto.
So in your company, very powerful people.
I will.
This is me now trying like to So and I'm also like gonna put like us on a spot so because this is sport. So so like can I get literally what if like we start like a live event like your podcast and then like we tryna like have like just say maybe like for a performance. Do you think like we better than even possible?
Without putting me on the spot. When though? How soon?
Yeah, thinking like next year, bro.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely say this. I'll do my best.
Yeah.
And I think my best. I won't just say that. I'll literally do my best. And because he loves the situation this side. You know what I mean?
Sure.
What is it? But it's really hard to
What's song? As much as maybe people haven't really woken up to it. Kahi movement thing and genuine. It's not really about Manchester among us star.
Sure.
Because everybody's just trying to put their best foot forward. Everybody's hungry. And even this place, I want to say where the youth can just push business, you know what I mean?
But bro, it hurts because you feel like about a story like
political
so hence saying like sometimes you come over and you are cool, you are cool.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's still fine, like they didn't say
Into
like,
Zamzansi.
Yeah, we do shit without having shit.
Yeah, for sure. And then that's what I appreciate about Mantolo. That's even why when you hit me up, I didn't hesitate to say.
Yeah.
Because number one, Kintuaka, see number two, you know what I mean. It's a very dope situation. The fact that it's Antona Nagamvang,
Yeah.
where we hardly see these kind of things. You know
And
what I
we
mean?
do, bro, and like we also like appreciate you like for
Oh,
coming over for man. Because like that in you, sometimes you have to maintain you.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna tell you, man. It was all a matter of time, bro.
Sure.
And I really do hope that this fucking pod, it goes. Like, not this episode, the whole thing.
Yeah,
The
we
pod.
also hope, like,
We also hope
maybe-
that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the pod does do so. Because I fucks with the genuine setup, it's nothing hectic. It's nothing hectic, bro. So I appreciate you guys calling me out.
Yeah.
To hear like some of my stories and all that, my perspective and all that.
We like, I'm humbly glad over like you share your perspective with us. Cause
Thank
like,
you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, you have lived. There's no worse that even was.
Yeah.
So what's
So what's it?
Yeah, yo, man. Batlota. Until after now, batlota. Yeah, because I'm gonna plug all my friends, all my people.
But then just put what it's about your name.
Yeah, the ladies G spot, right? Or mine. Right. There's so many. Babotaka Manyaka.
No, it was just.
Or generally just the G spot. I do know.
Usually we ask our guests to sort of.
Yeah, but I do know. Now I do know, actually.
Okay.
The real G spot is here in this program.
Shout out.
Time shit.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.